Hello, everyone. How are you? I hope you're all doing well. I'm trying to decide what looks best here. I am trying to get a real good look with this crystal ball here because you know that I am being the anti here. And I am going against the without a crystal ball, so I have to have many balls. I have all these balls. So with my balls, I'm doing this. So I have my LED Dollar Tree crystal ball, and I'm glad that I found it when I did, and I picked up a backup because I have not seen another one there. And I just keep getting these cute little things so that it adds to the aesthetic here so you guys don't get bored. Oh my god, that made my finger look 1,002. I need to moisturize. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I was making out with my cat, like serious heavy petting, and so I'm seriously on the verge of a sneeze. I think my Claritin wore off. That's it. And so, I hope that gives me a good thumbnail of with a crystal ball. With a crystal ball, I tell the truth. And Katie Joy makes millions over there on the other side of town. Well, I make my chump change. I'm not going to get paid again this month from YouTube. They have a freaking threshold, so if you don't hit $100, you don't get a check. You have to hit it by, I don't know what day it is, because I've only gotten paid twice. I got monetized in March. And so you have to hit $100 before you get a check. And it took me 3 months the first time to hit 100, and then 2 months to get to the second 100. And now it'll be another 2 months because I'm gonna close in, it looks like $65 this month for my work. How is that right? How is it right that she makes so much money just lying and the truth doesn't pay? I don't know. Let me look into the crystal ball and figure it out. Why are lies profitable? Because suckers believe the lies. Did you see that? The channel just told me that. Just like those things we had in 8th grade where if you shake it and it tells you the answers, it just did. It said, suckers believe the lies. And until the lies are exposed for what they are, pure lies, then we're never going to get ahead into the truth. And it's really sad that so many people believe what she's saying because she's full of, well, I don't know. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say any bad words right now. Not yet. Not yet. So, I am over here in my little corner of my craft table in my office. I got so many little projects going on in my office. So I'm over here, and I've gotten you these so that you're not bored when I'm reading, all in the theme of the crystal ball. And it's just fun to get all this stuff at the Dollar Tree right now. This one is actually from last year. This is one of the plugins, and I love this. You can see I have spider webs on my, I don't like spiders at all, but I like my little spider web Color Street nail decals here. You see, there we go. There we are. But isn't this just amazing? And it's so cute when it's lit up and it puts a little picture of a pumpkin up. We went to a concert tonight. Melinda, what's her last name? Reese. My husband drugged me out. So that's not a tattoo. That's a thing for the club. And then I have this one here. This psychic sign I think is so cool. My fortune teller one from last year. And then this little spell book I got at the Dollar Tree. It's just so cute. So here's these things for you to look at while I am droning on in these legal documents, but it's the only way that the truth is ever going to get exposed. I've got my favorite blackberry lemonade tea from the Quick Trip, and I'm ready to go. And so where we left off last time with, part 16. and I titled it the Lion, the Witch, and the Audacity of This Bitch. I saw that on Reddit and I ran with it. I just love it. I know it's kind of too long to hashtag, but I'm going to go with it. I'm going to hashtag that. I am. And so where I went the last time was just to break it down and show you all that was going on a year ago, so August 25th, 2022, where I had to break it down and go hour by hour with what was happening back and forth with those emails, because Katie Joy has created her own narrative that the other side isn't doing what they're supposed to be doing. And if she's able to create her own narrative, then she's able to essentially create her own fate. I mean, if you're allowed to have a jury of your peers, nobody out here knows her, okay? So I don't know. It could go either way, because out here we're very, I guess, Republican, so you would say that somebody would really protect freedom of speech. So you would really have to understand what has happened here and the reckless nature of what has been said. We all are fortunate enough to live in a country that has freedom of speech, and our forefathers died for that right. And it's something that others fought hard for and should not be taken for granted. And if we do take it for granted, then people lost their lives. Mothers sent away their young sons, and wives sent away their husbands, and people lost their grandfathers, and families were forever changed because of the fighting. So we have freedom of speech, and we need to value that freedom of speech, but in the same way, we need to be responsible with it. And I don't feel that that's what's happening here, and that's why I'm continuing to fight for the truth. I know that my channel is being affected. Basically, what has been explained to me is that I'm basically shadow banned or backdoor something. I don't quite understand it, but for the past few weeks, my channel has seen no growth, whereas I had a consistent growth for a long time. Really, really good growth, and it was going upwards, and I am actually losing subs. So I know that there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and people are, losing their channels and whatnot. So I did post a video today that I have privated just until I can get more clarification on whether or not I can bring up that topic, because I have several videos that I had in the process of making, and so I need to find out, because once again, that's a topic that Katie Joy is covering because she can, because they're in litigation. So why doesn't she just jump on that bandwagon? Anyway, it's important that the truth is shared, and that's why I don't care that I'm obviously not making any money doing it. But in that, it's important for you, if you believe in me and you believe in what I'm saying, it's important for me to know that you guys are listening, and it's important for you to share the truth. Share it on Reddit, share it on Facebook, share it to your community post. Tag me in it so that I can see who's helping me, and I thank you in advance for doing so. And although I don't have a huge sub count, I have the best subs ever, and you guys are amazing to me, and I thank you so much for your time and all that you encourage me along. So here, without further ado, here I go. I wanted to show you this, though. Now, I have the document that shows all of the different emails going back and forth. But I wanted to show you this here, because so much of what I have is not reflected in the dates, and I don't know why. Maybe somebody knows why. Maybe this is only for official things and not emails. I don't know. There's memorandums and correspondence, filing of orders on here, but it's just interesting that so much is not on here. I wanted to show you, like, for example, this is September 1st, and I'm going to read this, and there's nothing showing September 1st. It goes from 8/26/22 to 9/30, 2022. And I have other things that have happened in that time frame from that. And they're not here. I don't know. And now, I also wanted to show you this. Like I say, I'm getting really stuffed up because of me making out with my cat. Just one of them, not all three of them. Okay, I got this at my dentist office. They're actually offering Botox now. Now, I didn't know that it's actually so affordable. It's $14 per unit. So if you don't need that much, if you're kind of proactive, and I'm 51, and I'm just now getting, like if I furrow my brows, I get the 11s, and I'm getting some wrinkles here. I find that the more weight that I lose, because I'm working on that and I'm exercising daily, mainly because I told you guys at 10,000 I'm going to reveal myself. So, well, at the rate I'm going, I'll have a lot of time to lose weight. But I was kind of hoping that I'd reach that at some point. But anyway, so I got this, and the reason why I wanted to talk to you about this is because Katie Joy has that recurring sore, and it has turned into that staph infection that is not seeming to heal. And as I was looking at this, I was like, wait a minute. I wonder if that started, because she's open about the fact that she's done Botox, and it did improve her look. If you look back at some of the, ways that she looked in the past, really Peppermint Patty-ish, she's really trying to look better and do better with her makeup and stuff. And probably because she thinks it's going to go to trial and it's going to be publicized as your big day in the sun. She's going to be, well, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say who she's going to be because... So anyway, if she is getting Botox in these areas, especially around in this area, could it be that one of those injection sites had a little sore and she started picking at it, and that's how it got the staph? Or did the Botox itself cause a surface infection? I am allergic to nickel, and so sometimes I will react to an injection if the needle's in too long or whatnot, because there is nickel in them, so that can happen to me. So maybe she's allergic to nickel as well, or what. But I was just wondering if it was from maybe the Botox that caused some of that that recurring sore that we see in her eyelid. It appears she doesn't even have an eyelid on that one thing. So anyway, it's kind of cool. This pamphlet kind of shows what people look like before and after, and the treatment and stuff. So, I thought it was kind of interesting, but I am just a student of life. I love myself some pamphlets. If there's pamphlets in the doctor's office, I love them. I love to swipe the magazines. I do return them, but I just really like it. And it's been really hard with the pandemic because the doctor's offices were closed and there wasn't any magazines for me to steal and get that high that I get from swiping the magazines. But anyway, here we go. I wanted to read this. And yes, just in case you guys are wondering, I did take one of those tests, for the pandemic, the thing that caused the pandemic, just because I have been stuffy lately. So it is allergies. Just so that in case you guys are going, you sure that you're fine there, ma'am? So yes, I'm fine. So this was September 1st. And this was an email from Amber Stavig, aka Xena Warrior Princess, attorney for Robert Shin at 7M Films. And it was written that September 1st, 2022, so a year and a couple of weeks ago. And it was sent to Kristen Hendrick and Graham Martin. That's interesting to me because Jennifer Moore's name is not on this. So when did Jennifer Moore come into the picture? When did she start taking over? Did the others kind of bow out? Interesting, right? And so it says, regarding 7M films, including and all, Dear Ms. Hendrick and Mr. Martin, on August 26, 2022, we filed a motion for protective discovery order in this case. This motion was filed due to the sensitive nature of the documents being requested by defendant. We will not be responding to any discovery requests until an order has been issued on the aforementioned motion. Very truly yours, Dudley and Smith. Amber Stavik, signed. Okay. Now, why is this important? Why am I showing you this? Because it dovetails into that last episode where we talked about everything that had happened on August 25th. And that was in relation to Katie Joy's posting. And I just checked her Instagram and she's still posting about a 7M. I don't know how she is doing this, but she is. And she's posting that they are under further litigation, that 7M has litigation. And to be fair and honest, I will read everything that 7M has going on as well. As long as I have my channel, as long as you guys are supporting it, I will be fair and show what's going on both sides. Because if there's truth in what Katie Joy says, and a lot of people believe her, then there's an issue. Because if 7M is doing this, how can it be proven, and what is the remedy? I don't know. But it's important to look at all sides, and I will show all sides. But this is why when Katie Joy was talking about saying that, oh yeah, they're not doing anything, they're not doing this, they're not answering emails, they're not doing the discovery, blah, blah, blah. That's because this was in place due to what she did. Due to her actions. And this is what I say with Katie Joy. There's an equal and opposite reaction to all of her actions, just as there is in anything in the world and life. Everything has an equal and opposite reaction, and nothing is more true than what she has done herself and caused so much of this. And then we go here, and I see this, and this is the next day. So after Amber of Dudley and Smith sent over that, informing them that they would not be answering further on the discovery until the judge ruled on the protective order, Graham Martin slammed this back, and he is citing it based to that email. So this is his answer. And he says, "Good afternoon, Amber. We are in receipt of your letter e-served yesterday and are surprised to see that your clients intend to deliberately not meet their discovery obligations." Okay. Now this is where Katie Joy went with it. When she saw that, she's like, see, they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Yeah, they're not doing it because they know that the second that you get on a hold of that information, you're going to go and publicize it, and that's all you care about. And once again, I say, if she makes, $400,000 on, just a number there, if she makes $400,000 on all the views she gets by putting out this salacious information, and then she has to cut a check for $10,000, she still wins in her mind. This is the problem. And this is why it's time that somebody stood up and said, no, not going to do it. Now, Mr. Martin continues, "There is no stay of discovery in this case, nor is there any imminent decision on your motions given that you have yet to even schedule those hearings. Your clients have demanded relief outside of what is available under the rules, but hasn't even managed to schedule hearings on the motions requesting that relief." I don't like that sentence. I think it should have been haven't. I think it should have been have not. I don't even like it. I don't like the way he writes. Anyway. There is no relief on the horizon of the sort you have requested, and therefore absolutely no basis for the sort of delay you have stated your clients intend to unilaterally impose. Oh, snap. Regardless of whether your clients would prefer to abstain from discovery, and regardless of their positions on the scheduling order in this case, under the Minnesota rules, their discovery responses are due Tuesday. Side note, yeah, that was all one sentence. I'm not even kidding. I can't make this up. Based on your letter, we understand that your client intends to miss that deadline deliberately and without any cognizable legal basis to execute their failure. Notably, a party's failure to timely respond to interrogatories or make objections waives all objections except those related to privilege, work product, and excerpts conclusions, citing the Private Bank of Minnesota versus Anderson. I'm not going to read the rest of those citations because I don't want to, and they're not doing the best with their punctuation. They needed a comma over there. Please confirm that we will receive the discovery responses no later than this coming Tuesday, or we will move to compel, seek our fees incurred in doing so, argue that your client has waived any objections, and seek any further relief as warranted under the law. Again, one freaking sentence here. Alternatively, should your clients prefer not to engage in discovery in this matter, they can always choose to dismiss their case with prejudice, at which point their discovery obligations will cease. If they choose this course, please inform us of that choice prior to Wednesday, September 7th, so we can forego incurring the expenses of bringing a motion to compel discovery. Thank you for your attention to this timely matter. All my best, Graham M. Martin, he, him is. Managing attorney. Oh, snap. He did not. Oh, yes, he did. And see, when he writes like this, Katie Joy is like, see, the other side is doing what they're supposed to. I'm doing everything, Well, yeah, I didn't see Mr. Martin showing up there because he wasn't going to show his face in that courtroom after writing stuff like this. I don't even see him signing anything anymore. And he wants to have all of this, oh yeah, well I have this, No. You want to write something that cocky, then put, no. I cannot believe this. It's been a long time since I've been in the arena of politics and law. But if I had somebody writing something this cocky when they are in this deep, it's disrespectful. It's pompous, it's posturing, it's worthy of an admonishment. It's worthy of a judge saying, pipe down. You are here to work things out. They have a right to ask for a protective order because the behavior of your client warrants such. I just can't ever imagine being that cocky. Oh, look at this. I didn't even realize. Look at how that little cauldron is bubbling over. Oh, that's so cute. All right. Anywho. I can't believe the cockiness of some people. So, we're going to go back here and we're going to play this game again. Let me see here. Yep, because okay. Oh, we're going to do this. Amber. We're going to, okay, we're going to play this game again. We're going to break this down by times because it's important at this point. Because we are having some serious issues going on here. Okay. So what happened after So remember, she pulled that fuck shit on the 22nd. Then the 25th had all of these emails being fired back and forth. August 26th is when the protective order was filed based on the behavior of Katie Joy on the 22nd. So now we're over here. We're going to go to September 1. And that's where we just did this one where it went from Amber at, okay, this one is not timed because this one is actual service. Okay. So Amber Stavig to then let's go to Graham Martin Wynn. So we'll go here and we'll go 9-1 and then 9-2 at 1:36 p.m. So we got that one and we've got that one. Okay. Now we're going to pop over here and we're still in that Friday, September 2nd, and we're going to go now. Amber is back and Amber is going to reply at 3:47 here on the same date. Okay. So we've got this going where we had that going. So here we are on a Friday. Apparently everybody is getting all wild and here we go. So Amber gets that and she's like, oh, really? Yeah, let's play here. You want to play? Remember, didn't Amber go on a basketball scholarship? So here she is. She's like, you want to play ball? Let's go. Let's take it to the court. Let's go. Here we go. But a different kind of court. So here we are. And she says, Mr. Martin, our office has been attempting to contact the court almost daily since the scheduling order was sent out. I had my paralegal call the day we filed the motion as well as again today to attempt to obtain a hearing date regarding the motion which was filed. Pursuant to the scheduling order, the court was supposed to settle all requests via scheduling conference. As Judge Davis has been out on leave, this did not occur. Your frustrations with my office should be directed towards the court. I am just as upset by my inability to obtain a call or email back from the court to schedule anything. I have attached an email from my paralegal with her latest correspondence to the court, their response, and her statement that she did, in fact, call the court again this morning to attempt to schedule a hearing date. Okay. There we are. Okay. Now, your client has a history of doxing people on the internet. Okay. Very, very powerful right here. Now, the word doxing, I am not sure if it is a real word, and I don't know that the layman, the general public knows what doxing is. So I have a problem with this word being right here. And is it 2 X's? Because when I do dox, I do two X's. So now I need to look it up. Okay. So anyway, she says, your client, meaning Katie Joy, has a history of doxing people on the internet, displaying documents obtained during the discovery process on her social media handles, and misconstruing the contents of documents she posts. This entire case is based on your client's egregious behavior. As such, our request that your client not be allowed to post medical records, leases, and sensitive financial documents on the internet is appropriate. In your requests, you asked for highly sensitive information no reasonable person would want to share with a stranger, let alone the entire internet. As I stated before, We are ready to send you discovery immediately upon stipulation to a protective discovery order, stipulation to a temporary restraining order preventing your client from posting about mine until the conclusion of this trial, and a stipulation the scheduling order be amended given the court's refusal to call us back in time to schedule a discovery conference, which the scheduling order explicitly required. None of these requests are unreasonable in this case. If you'd like to stipulate to the above, I will retract my motions and we can have discovery to you next week. I will be unavailable until next Tuesday as I am leaving town for the weekend. Thanks, Amber Stavig. In other words, do you see what she just did? She said, see you next Tuesday. Those of you who know, you know. Anywho, she said it. And again, she has these whole run-on sentences too. I don't know if it's just because I am educated in the Washington state, but we had very, very strict English teachers, and we could not start sentences in the way that they do here. We had to have proper punctuation and grammar, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on with their skills. And I did say a word differently in here to make that flow better, because it says would want shared with a stranger. So I said share. I don't know. Anyway, we're there. Okay. Now, nothing happens until the 8th. Okay. So it took Graham that long to get back, or let me see if there's another one that I have. Gosh, it's just like when you're in the grocery store and you can't open up the freaking bag to put your produce in. You sit there for like 16 to 17 minutes trying to... All right, anyway. Okay, so yeah, 8th, 9th. Okay, I did put these in order when I was doing these. Good. 312. Okay. So now we're going to go over here. And we're going to go to September 8th. So they had a little cool down period, little time to talk back and forth. Probably each side had to go and get their clients to pay up before they played a little more. And here we go. Graham starts out in the next week. Maybe he's a little calmed down. Maybe he's not, piping up, but we never know. Says here. Good morning, Amber. September 8th, 2022 at 1:44. Just for you guys keeping track. 1:44 p.m. Good morning, Amber. It's 1:44 p.m. Did you guys catch that? He's in the same state as her. Good morning, Amber. It's 1:44 p.m. Hello? I can't make this up. Now, when it was filed as a copy, it was in the morning. So those of you who are looking at this going, you're not telling the truth, Tabby. Look at you starting stuff. I know what I'm talking about. Just go here with me. This is where the copy was filed. And this is what the time. So it's at 1:44 p.m. when he's writing it. And he says, oh, good afternoon. Holy moly, my Benadryl kicked in. It says, good afternoon, Amber. Oh my, this is me. Oh my gosh, are you guys listening? And now you're laughing. You're like, it's you. It's you. It's you, you big liar-faced Tabby. Yeah, I made a mistake. Too bad I don't know how to edit, or I would have edited that out. Or would I have? Who knows? It's this eyeball. The eyeball saw it. The eyeball sees everything. So anyway. All right. Good afternoon, Amber. In the afternoon. All right, Mr. Martin. I have read all of your correspondence, and we understand you and your client's positions on the issues currently before the court. We are of the opinion that the proper time to either ask us or stipulate to extending the scheduling order deadlines or to make a motion to do so was prior to the deadline expiring. We do not know why your office chose to come to us directly to discuss extending the deadline, and we do not know why your office chose to seemingly engage in ex parte communication with the court to try to extend the deadline. Whatever the case, the time to handle this, by stipulation or by motion, was prior to August 5th, 2022. Now it's September 8th, and your discovery is overdue. Per the rules, your clients have waived all their objections to our requests, and the discovery responses are still owed to us. We understand that your clients think some of the information we requested is potentially sensitive. That information is also directly relevant to the claims your clients have made in their suit, so it's necessary and needs to be disclosed, regardless of the existence of a protective order. If any information needs to be included in any motion documents or other court filings, we will absolutely comply with our redaction responsibilities, as well as any other obligations to keep documents confidential under the law and the rules. In other words, he had a long talk with Katie Joy and said, look, if I'm going to put my neck out on the line, I'm going to say, you're not going to do this. You're not going to do this. And she's going to say, well, I can still do this. And this says I can. And so he's like, okay, well, you can't break any laws. She's like, I'm not going to break any laws. I never do. I don't do that. And he's like, it'd be in your best interest to not say anything. And she's like, Mr. Martin, am I paying you or am I paying you? Okay? I'm paying you. So shut up. Anyway, I'm just making that up. Maybe that never happened. Maybe it did. Who knows? So anyway. However, the only way to get out of producing information and documents relevant to the claims and defenses in this lawsuit, and he wrote defenses. Oh, man. Is that even a word at this point? I mean, you don't say defenses. It's not like a plural. You say the defense does this. I never heard the word defenses. Huh. Anyway, he says it. He says, however, the only way to get out of producing information and documents relevant to the claims and defenses in this lawsuit is for your clients to dismiss the suit. Absent such a dismissal, your clients are obligated to meet their discovery obligations under the rules. If they had wanted a protective order in place prior to the deadline for producing their responses, any time since serving the summons and complaint would have been a good time to do so. Waiting until the discovery deadline and using the lack of a protective order as a shield for not producing discovery is not allowed under the rules. Please provide complete responses and documents by the end of the day Tuesday, September 13th, or we will file a motion to compel discovery. If you are willing to commit in writing to providing your documents by that date, I will entertain a stipulation to a limited protective order for anything that would be considered protected health information under the law. Any stipulation would be for only that purpose, though, and not for any of the other items your clients continue to demand. Thank you. All my best. Graham Martin, he, him, his, managing attorney. Oh, this is where she gets it. That's where she gets that cocky attitude. My lawyers would have smacked me down. But then again, I was smarter than my lawyers and they knew it. So anyway. When I was going through all of my stuff, which I'll explain one of these days, my attorneys begged me to go to law school. Because they said, you are the smartest one in the room. And we will retire on you. You go through law school. You will be the front. We'll sit in the back. We'll retire. And they wrote my incredible letters to get into law school, and I had the perfect plan, got accepted into law school, and life had another thought process. When you make perfect plans, sometimes that happens. Anywho, here we are then, September 9th. We'll go here to 9th. And 12:58 p.m. Okay. So Amber says, Mr. Martin, I will not be sending discovery to your office absent a ruling in our motion for a protective order. I do not trust that information sent to your office will remain in your possession, especially given your refusal to stipulate to a simple agreement that your client not post about my clients or share information obtained in discovery with third parties. Given the egregious nature of the allegations your client has made about mine and her involvement with an up-and-coming Netflix documentary about my clients, I think it is more than reasonable that all documents and discovery in this matter be contained. If you'd like to discuss a reasonable stipulation regarding the motions I have made, I am willing to discuss. If you feel it necessary to file a motion to compel when I have stated that I will send discovery to you immediately upon a stipulation to protect discovery, that's your decision to make. Thanks, Amber J. Stavik from Dudley and Smith. All right. Now, September 9th at 3:12. Here we go. So now we're on our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're on our 6th email over 9 days. So a year ago, they were back and forth. Now, we're going to say here, he goes, Hi, Amber. I have not impunged your character or question your professional integrity, and I would appreciate if you do likewise. Oh my God. I can't take it the way that he comes off. Sorry, I'm going to have to take another drink of my tea. Tea, as you know who says. All right, I'm going to do this again. And did I say impugned right? Because I am P-U-G-N-E-D. I better check that if I did that right. If I didn't say it right, I'm sorry. I am P-U-G-N-E-D. It's just not a word you ever hear. Here we go. One more time, I'll try it. Hi, Amber. I have not... Is it impunged? Impugned? Impugned? All right, I had to stop it. I'm sorry. Hi, Amber. I have not impugned your character or questioned your professional integrity, and I'd appreciate it if you do likewise. I am under any number of professional obligations not to disgorge information obtained during discovery, and I do not intend to in this case or any other. As for your statement about the necessity of our potential motion to compel discovery, you have now issued conflicting statements. Please clarify for me which of these is the correct statement at this time. Either A, you will provide discovery upon our stipulation to a protective order only, or B, you will provide discovery upon our stipulation to a protective order, an injunction, and an extension of the discovery deadline. Your most recent email suggested that your position has changed to statement A. Well, prior to today, it was statement B. I would like to know what you are requesting or proposing so I can help my client assess your proposal with clarity. Thank you. All my best. Graham M. Martin, he, him, his, managing attorney at Troutman Martin Law, down there in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Huh. So, we go there with that. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Huh. I don't know. I think that this shows there's a lot going on. And as I stated, I had to keep taking things out of order, out of the way that I initially had them. I initially had them all as they were filed, and then it didn't make sense because too many other things were being referred to that didn't make sense. So I took certain parts out to make things make sense as to how they were going. And I felt it was important that these emails were pulled out. I hope that you agree, and I hope that you liked this. And I am going to go ahead and call this part 17 and make this short and sweet, just like me. Hope you guys are laughing. So, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate more than you know. And we are approaching the weekend. So have a great weekend. And thank you so much for listening. And I will talk to you all again in part 18. Thank you. Bye-bye.